It's time for Footy Talks, brought to you by NorthStarBets.ca. It's Albert Vartanian, Michael Singh, Sarah Pararia. And with the group stage in the World Cup wrapping up, we thought it was a good time to go back and look at some of the odds to win the World Cup. They've been updated, and as of recording this, about a handful of teams are through to the next round. But we need to talk about some of the teams that we predicted would go far in this tournament. You had two that you liked a lot, Sarah, in Spain and Argentina. Based on what you've seen so far, are you still leaning on both of those teams?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can't rule out Argentina simply because Messi does what Messi does. And that's a huge factor. But in terms of a complete team, I think Spain does look a lot better. I know they came off of a draw to Germany in the last match in the second, and they could have gone through if they won. But I think a lot of it is also Germany needed a point. They had to get that. So I don't think Spain played poorly. I think they still should have gone through, but they're looking like one of the most cohesive sides right now, and they're doing enough that it makes me think that they can take out big teams.
Yeah, plus 700 is definitely worth a good bet, Mikey. Still a really good team. I mean, a draw against Germany isn't nothing to just, blow away. It's a big result.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little bit of a disappointment just based on the way that they performed their first match, the 7-0 win over Costa Rica, and then Germany, they didn't look too strong in their first match. But this is tournament football, right? You go through ups, you go through downs. It's not a bad time if your down is a 1-1 draw to the Germans.
Absolutely. And at the moment, top scorers at the World Cup with 8 goals for. One team you've been on since the beginning, Portugal. They put in a fantastic performance against Uruguay. They're through to the round of 16. We're not sure if they're going to finish top or not. It'll be pretty tough for them not to finish top of that group, which leads them into a pretty favorable round of 16.
Yeah, you know what, Portugal, like I've said all along, I believe that this is the best Portuguese team that we're seeing in the Cristiano Ronaldo era.
That's a statement.
Let's call it. And it is. And it's no longer just Cristiano Ronaldo's team. You have guys like João Felix. You have Bernardo Silva. You have, of course, I think, the Golden Ball winner today, Bruno Fernandes, who is balling out right now for this Portuguese team. Diego Costa in goal. Looks like he's very solid for this group. This is, in my opinion, a good value bet if you're going to place a bet today on who's going to win the World Cup, because this Portuguese team looks legit right now.
I mean, at the moment, you can get them at 12-1. That's pretty good odds for a team that's already booked their place in the round of 16. Going further down, the Netherlands, who qualified top of their group, 16-1. We haven't been too convinced with them, but they're through top of their group, and they got a goal scorer who's leading the way in Cody Gakpo.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Gakpo as well, because he's had a great tournament. But the Netherlands themselves, I don't think they should have beaten Senegal. That first match, Senegal outplayed them completely. They got lucky, and they drew Ecuador. Ecuador held them. And so, yeah, we obviously look at the Qatar game, which is kind of like that bye game we keep talking about. Unfortunately, Qatar just isn't, up to the standards in football there. But I don't trust this Netherlands side, and I don't think they really deserve necessarily to be here. If it was based on me and what I saw, Ecuador and Senegal were the two best teams in Group A, hands down.
And those are the teams that got through. 120-1 at the moment for Senegal to go all the way. They look pretty good, even though they're lacking Sadio Mane, their main goal scorer. I mean, you have a guy like Koulibaly who can finish like a striker. What do you think of their chances to go all the way?
Sprinkle?
120-1.
Worth a sprinkle. Listen, this Senegal team has shown no matter who they're playing, in Group A at least, it's a competitive match, right? And as tournament football goes on, teams start to click and mesh together, and they really revolve around one story. And for me, it's this team uniting without their talisman, Sadio Mane. You see other guys stepping up. Today, it was Kalidou Koulibaly. But I think overall on this team, Ismail Sarr is another baller for this team. You look at the Senegal roster, and I like it a lot. And they've shown they can play tournament-style football. So 120-1, yeah, sprinkle.
You know what it is with these World Cups and these big types of tournaments, especially in football? It's not so much the consistency, it's more moments, right? Moments that win you matches. And Senegal seem to have that at the moment. One of the teams that I love, I'm still on from the beginning, Denmark, 75-1. They haven't qualified yet. I'm hoping that they do. But if you think they can make a pretty good run, 75-1 is definitely worth a sprinkle. But let's wrap up your picks. Spain for Sarah at 7-1. And Mikey going with Portugal 12-1. Not a bad bet, honestly, heading into the latter stages
Says the
of this
Portuguese.
World Cup. I can't take. That's exactly why I can't take them. I can't say them, but they look fantastic. Well, that's it for us. So make sure for all the markets in the World Cup, head over to NorthStarBets.ca. And thank you so much for watching.